It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Chargers, next on EA Sports.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And you look at this Saints defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now Herbert, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. A first down carry now for Miller. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Jackson. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Jackson now. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And from the 1-yard line, they didn't try and reinvent the wheel, do anything cute. They just gave it to the big back.
You almost get the sense that if you can't get it in from the 1-yard line, with your big guy carrying the football, you'll question yourself the rest of the day. They got it done.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive. Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
13. You.
First carry here for Ken Walker. Takes it to about the 37. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 9 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
2nd down and a yard. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Saints are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
They hand off to their big tight end, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On the move to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is in for a score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints had 6 to their lead.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there was definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Herbert now. He's got Allen. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Still going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And they'll run it here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
Great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Walker. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They go play action with Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they'll go on the ground. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 3rd down, Jackson.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Again, Jackson.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Jackson on 1st down.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Lamar Jackson as time expires in the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And it is caught. He's got room to roam. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They'll go again here with Evans. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now it's Herbert. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Kingsley Enagbari
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock.
But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that...
You're exactly right. This one... That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On the counter, it's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing is Jackson. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 34 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Herbert. Caught Right side, Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Herbert now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Herbert to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Herbert. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, L.A.
Josh Palmer.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They're going to try and run. And they will get back to him in 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. 90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 11. 1:15 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Throwing, Herbert. Finding Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert going to throw. That's caught by Palmer.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. One last throw here for Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Saints, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.